Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining me. I'm Haanahgrace. Today, we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville, Martel Holt. I want to discuss why would he have eye surgery to remove bags from his eyes, and why did he have to ask Melody Cherie Rogers for child support? Let's talk about it.
That's what I thought. Player. That's what I thought. Player.
She's going to prison, and I promise you.
That's what I thought.
She's going to prison, and I promise you.
Player.
The views expressed in this video are for entertainment purposes only. All commentary is alleged. So we see in Saturday's episode, Martel Holt is finally moving out of the rental property that Chris was trying to sell for his client. And he's moving at night, and he's sitting up here talking about he needs to move before he has surgery. Eye surgery is what he said. So I'm thinking he's going to have, first thought was he's going to have a serious eye surgery. This man talking about he finna get bags removed from up under his eye. Can you believe that? And so while Martel is working on the outside of his body, going to the gym, getting eye surgery, wearing these goofy looking clothes. Remember when he had that fur across his shoulder and then he had some kind of scarf that he makes out of a necktie? All of this outside stuff that he focused on to try to do the best that he can to con some woman out of some money. Everything that this man do, in my opinion, is for him to look good in order for him to set someone up for the old okie doke. In coleslaw, if she did win that money and it wasn't Martel, that money that they were flying around, he gonna con her too. She better look out, because all that money that she was taking from Martel when he was with Melody, he finna get that money back. So again, Martel getting ready to have eye surgery. He's moved out of the house. He's moved into a new place. And so that's good for him. It's about time for him to do something for himself, because he has been dependent on women for a long time now. So good. And he been dependent on friends too, because Chris had to hurry up and get him up out of that house. Not hurry up, but he told him, look, get up out of here. Go, bye. I don't care where you go, but get up out of this house so we can sell it. So people don't know how long he gonna actually keep the house, because if you going by patterns, you'll see that Martel has had to move several times, because he don't seem like he want to get a 9-to-5 job. He wants to try to be an entrepreneur, but hey, he just don't have it in him. And he just likes sitting on his butt, letting somebody else do the work. And if he think he gonna get anywhere with coleslaw, because she just like him, she was depending on him to help her out. Now he depending on her, and you better believe people think this girl don't have no job. I don't know what she got, but she better have a job or something, because fooling around with Martel gonna have them both on the ground. One time my dad told me that someone had asked him to borrow some money, and Daddy said, you know what, if I give you my money, then we both gonna be on the ground. So this is just what I see, and it makes so much sense. Now, I'm giving you my money because you don't have none, but once I give you my money, then I'm broke. So now both of us broke. So now I got to make a decision. Hey, I can't lend you nothing. So Martel, it's something wrong with his thinking, because I remember in one scene, he was talking to one of his friends. I can't remember exactly who it was. It could have been the photographer. But his friend was looking at him crazy, and he asked him, why was he cheating? And Martel was basically saying that he had the money, and it made him feel like he was a big person. He felt good to do it, to take money from your family home, out of your children's mouth, to go and spend it outside of the home on a mistress and her child. This man's thinking is totally stinking. I'm talking about a man with a wife and 3 children. You taking the family resources out of the home to go and spend it on someone else just because it made you feel good. I wonder how you feel now that you're broke. And all that money that you were spending, that you said you were spending on the mistress and she was bragging about, you should have had that money in some account for your children to go to college. And if you had been the right type of person and had to handle your business, if Melody had divorced you, you probably would have had some money stored away so that you could pay your own light bill, where your ex-wife wouldn't have to pay the light bill at the place that you were staying, just so the children could come over there and have light. And so now, did you file child support case against your ex-wife? When you were the one who said you were the dominant parent, you were the one who was a provider, you said all of this out of your mouth. But then when your house of cards collapsed on you, everybody saw you were exposed. You were exposed as the man that you really are. You were exposed as the person that you really are. And I tell you who else was exposed too, and it was shocked to them that you weren't who you said you were. Coleslaw. And you fooled a whole lot of other people, including your mother. She didn't know because she called Melody lazy. She thought it was you all the time, but it was not you. It was Melody. And so the reason Martel said that he wanted to get full custody of the children is because Melody had too many babysitters. And if you don't have time to keep them because you have to work like normal people, then just give them to me. Give them to you. Give them to you. Are you not working? Do you not have a job? Are you planning on just sitting on your butt and letting some woman continue to take care of you? And then your baby mama, Coleslaw, said you paying bills in both of y'all houses, over at your house and over at her house, which I highly doubt, because you can't even pay bills at your own house. How you paying bills at her house? That's just a question that I have. And I'm glad she put that out there. I'm glad. You know what? Okay, good. Yeah, you paying bills at both of their houses, both of y'all house. And that's good because the judge will hear that. And then if you ever take your butt back in court asking for child support, I hope they bring it up. This man over here getting his eyes done, getting cosmetic surgery now, and you paying bills over here at the other house. So you should be able to take care of your 4 children with Melody without taking anything from her. Don't ask her for nothing. Don't even look at her bank account. Don't even ask a judge to subpoena her bank records, because that's none of your business. That's none of your concern. When y'all got a divorce, that was it. That was all for you. That's when it comes to Melody. Go get your own. Why don't you and Coleslaw? You said you made Melody, and you told her that because y'all put a lot of resources and time into her brand, that you better be doing good. You would be remiss if you weren't doing good. Look, Martel, you are remiss because you're not doing anything. He has 5 children. And he told Melody that he was able to take care of 5 children. That's what he told Melody in one of those scenes. But then he turns around and tries to sue her for child support for the 4 kids that he had with Melody. And then you ask the court to have your ex-wife pay you child support. I pray that the judge don't ever allow you to get a dime from your ex-wife, because you need to get up off your butt and go to work instead of trying to con people out of money. Go to work. I don't know what you got going on. It ain't none of my business. But when you sit up and ask your ex-wife for money for child support, then people are curious of why did you have the gall to ask your ex-wife for child support, to pretend like you never asked her for child support. And if Queen Sheba hadn't had that information in those court documents, you wouldn't have, you still didn't really admit to it. You talking about, well, I couldn't get it. No, you couldn't get it. And I'm glad the judge didn't give it to you. You don't deserve a dime from Melody Cherie's hard work. So people think that sometimes when they're doing stuff, it's funny, it looks good and all of this. But I'm glad that Martel and Coastlar are putting all of this stuff out here, because if he ever chooses to go back to court for child support, Melody has evidence that he has his own. Now, if he don't have his own and he's just perpetrating a fraud, then that's good too, because because you just played yourself. Coastlar saying you over there paying her bills at her house, you paying your bills at your house, you getting cosmetic surgery on your eyes, and oh, why did you need those bags removed from your eyes? Okay, is it coming from crying or from just not being able to sleep? Are you sad? What's going on? Tell us what's going on. Well, you ain't gotta tell us. We already know. What the problem is with you, Martel, is that your well ran dry. Your master plan backfired on you. All the people that you thought were going to be your flying monkeys, they said, no, I'm not going to be your flying monkeys. Now, you always going to have this one over here, and that's your choice. That's her choice. That's what you do. But I tell you one thing, not only did your well run dry, you don't have the flying monkeys. Hey, if Love and Marriage Huntsville go off, you might not have any resources. So go ahead on and take care of your business. Take care of your 5 kids and stop trying to take from other people. And since you can afford cosmetic surgery, that means you can afford your children. So don't go back to court and ask Melody Cherie for a dime. You should have saved that money that you were having cosmetic surgery with for a rainy day and all of this other luxury stuff. And that's nothing wrong with that. But don't go back to court and ask Melody Cherie for a dime. Do your own thing. That's what you said. You were the dominant parent. You were the brains behind the operation. Melody was lazy. And you was talking about, your mom talking, my boy, she gonna kill my boy. Well, I tell you what, your boy, Miss Marlene, is not gonna die from hard work, but he might from starvation if he needs somebody to take care of him. So it ain't gonna hurt him to work. Your boy, did you have to sell your house because your boy didn't have no money to help you out? So that's all I have for Martel. We can only go so far with Martel, but with the plastic surgeries and the cosmetic surgeries and all of the stuff that he's doing, hopefully he got some money, and hopefully he'll keep his eyes out of Melody's bank account, because that's none of his business. The only business that he needs to take care of, the business that concerns him and not Melody Cherie Rogers.
She's going to prison, and I promise you. She's going to prison, and I promise you.
So thank you for joining me. Please drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think Martel with his big ego? We're going to call him Little Buddy. Little Buddy with his big ego and big muscles. Why did he have to get surgery on his eyes to remove bags? And why do you think he needed Melody Cherie's money? Well, we know, but I just want to hear it from you. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember, I am Aris. I do have the recipe for the cough syrup at the end of this video. Again, thank you so much for joining me, and have a beautiful day.
Comes around.
So, and I